Isn't peaches supposed to be another word for ass, booty, or even a nice fine badunkadunk? This song has zero quality of them, so I would consider this the worst film that I have ever seen this year. If it did not have a nice badunkadunk or a nice booty inside of the song, I want no part of it. Worst movie ever, review done. Greetings, geeks and nerds. I'm Lady Universe and White and Nerdy. I have finally gotten my chance to see the Super Mario Brothers movie. This is the newest animated property to come out from both Nintendo and Illumination. And I gotta say, I was so hyped for this movie when I saw the trailer. You have no idea how much behind this movie I was, and a lot of criticism that Chris Pratt has gotten uh, to be on this film. But likewise, I was very happy for this film, and I think that this is probably one of the best animated films that I have seen this year. In my opinion, this was the way that the Super Mario Brothers should have been from way back when, and that should have been the movie that they gotten, but unfortunately, animation wasn't as great as it is now. And also, is this a proper Super Mario movie to have nowadays? I think that my answer purely is yes, that this is one of the best animated movies and the best Super Mario movie I've ever seen. I cannot think of a movie off the top of my head that is more gorgeous looking and also has the most beautiful animation going for it than the Super Mario Brothers movie that I have just recently seen, so let's talk about it. Now, in case people are wondering, no, right off the bat, I am not a Nintendo kid. I have grown up with the Super Nintendo, but we didn't have Super Mario World. I think that was the release title on the Super Nintendo. We did have Donkey Kong Country instead. I wasn't introduced into Mario until much, much later in my teenage life. Originally with Mario Kart Double Dash, and then later on Mario Party. So I've never officially played a Mario game. Yeah, I knew the character. You know, you always see the character anywhere and everywhere. And so I think that this was a pretty decent way to introduce Mario. I know that he had the live action. I think it came out in the 90s, right? 90s or 80s? I think 90s. They had the feature film with John Leguizamo and everything. And I really think. And also, they had the Super Mario Super Brothers show, which came out in the 80s, which, yes, the rap is in the movie, which makes me kind of a little excited. I've never grown up with that cartoon. I know that a lot of people have, but I haven't. But it kind of makes me wonder, like, at some point to go to maybe try to like track that down and just see it for the one time only. But as far as video game movie adaptations go, this is probably the best one. It really takes a spin on the whole thing that happened with the Mario family, and in fact, they kind of added in everything from the other details from the video games, which actually was brought better. And I really do like the aesthetic that they did with the Mario Brothers having them be in Brooklyn and then brought into this strange magical world. I thought it was pretty creative for the movie to kind of have the Mario Brothers be set in a very kind of familiar territory. They were in Brooklyn, New York, or they're in New York, and then suddenly they're in this magical great kingdom and they're trying to figure everything out as slowly as they can possibly. And of course, there's going to be a few issues and dilemma along the way, especially for Mario more than Luigi. I know that a lot of my fans are probably gonna look at me and say that is this the best movie that you have seen? Yeah, but even despite me saying that this is one of the best not Super Mario animated movies that I've ever seen, this honestly does have some flaws, and especially it really comes into the flaw of that. I know that Mario is the most popular Nintendo character, but there's a lot of fans out there for Luigi. I mean, there are several Luigi fans, and I actually found myself relating more to Luigi than Mario in this film, but unfortunately, he shrugged off to the sidelines, and he's kind of made the damsel in distress in this movie. Peach is not. Peach is a fantastic character in this, and I love the voice actress that they've shown for this. I'm hoping I pronounced her name right. Anaya Taylor Joy. I hope I pronounced her name right. If not, I'm sorry to Miss Taylor Joy. But she was phenomenal in the role as Peach, and Chris Pratt already hands down is a really good voice for Mario. But I really enjoyed Miss Taylor Joy basically coming out here and being the best and badass Princess Peach ever. She is truly down to a core. She is a princess. She loves her people. She cares about everybody. But the unfortunate part is that at the end of the day, she's still just a woman trying to figure things out. But in the best way, Princess Peach is just this wide-eyed wonder in this world that she discovers it, but yet she knows so little about it, just like Mario, so they're both strangers in a familiar world. I also love the chemistry off of Tanya and Chris Pratt because their chemistry in this movie just goes so far, and I really do love the bubbling, adorable chemistry they have together. Also, it probably goes without saying, but Princess Peach is a fucking badass in this movie. She has so many great scenes on her own, and I just really enjoy this character. Call me impressed, but at the end of the day, I was really surprised that I was enjoying Princess Peach a lot more than I thought. But at first, when I heard Anya Taylor-Joy's voice for Peach, I'm like, really? I was kind of cringing, like, that's the voice you're gonna give Peach? Where it's usually like, yeah, Peach has got it! And then you have this voice coming out of her, and at first I was like, I don't like the voice, but then later it grew on me. I'm like, this honestly would sound like basically a Princess Peach in my opinion. And you know something, you gotta talk about great villains in movies, and Nintendo's villain of Bowser is definitely a great villain of his own. But Jet Black makes this diabolical, monstrous character in Nintendo history one of the most respectable and relatable characters. Like, he's just a guy that doesn't really want to destroy the world. He doesn't really want anything bad to happen to anybody. At the end of the day, he just wants love. He wants to be respected. He just wants a friend, basically. And that is so fucking adorable, especially for a character who is the most diabolical villain in all of video game history that all he wants is a friend and someone to love. I mean, you would expect less from the king of the monsters, the giant turtle demon himself, whatever the hell that Bowser's supposed to be, wouldn't want this, but yet, deep down inside, he does. I mean, pretty much at first, he kinda wanted to destroy the world. That was the entire purpose of the opening scene, especially him versus in the little penguin dudes. He kinda wanted to destroy the world at first. But then at the end of the day, he showed off that he's just a soft-shelled turtle that really just wants a friend and somebody to love and someone to call his own and his family because Bowser's lonely. And the best part is it's coming from one of the most diabolical villains in video game history to make him so relatable, and Jack Black's voice really does nail the character. And later on, when Mario destroys his life and his one chance of happiness, you really do feel that anger that Bowser just brings to the table, and you understand where he's coming from. Before I get to my rating, I want to really talk about like the message of the story, and basically the message of the story is trying to find who you are inside and trying to build up the courage and strength to become the hero that you are deep down inside. And I really do enjoy that it happened to both Donkey Kong and Mario because there is a scene in here where they are talking about the stress that their fathers put onto them, and it really began to take a toll that these guys are more relatable than separate, and that's what makes it even more, I guess, in my own opinion, just decent. But really, I really do think that Luigi should have had the chance to shine, except for at the ending where he saved Mario from Bowser. It was a great scene, don't get me wrong, and it had me cheering for Luigi, but I really wish that there was more of like a bigger and monumental moment throughout this entire movie. In fact, it's called the Super Mario Brothers movie, and Luigi is very not present in the film, as I said, and I'm not wrong. He's kind of the damsel in distress in this movie, which is kind of sad. I really, if it were me, I would have had more scenes with Luigi in it than what we got. The Luigi's Mansion reference got me. It was great to see, especially Luigi being the first one to meet Bowser was pretty epic, and also it's a pretty good scene, all things in seriousness. But I really think that this movie probably would have went on better if it had more scenes with Mario and Luigi, or have them work, side by side more like they do in the games compared to apart. But in all honesty, I think that the Super Mario Brothers movie is probably one of the best animated movies that I have seen, with a few, and I do mean few, little tweaks, especially with having Luigi be in the film more. It really would have. it would probably would have made a little bit more of a difference in my opinion, but this is still hands down one of the best movies critically. Despite what anybody says, check this movie out because it is worthwhile watching. So it is with good honor that I have bestowed upon the Super Mario Brothers movie the rating of a Supreme Strange. It definitely deserves it. It is high above its monarchy. It's rated above all, and it is definitely a very supreme animated movie. So thank you guys so much for watching. I've been Weird Universe. I've been Weird Nerdy. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, by all means necessary, please support this movie. And if this movie gets a sequel, I will support it the entire way. This is one of the best animated movies I have seen this year by far none. And it might make it onto my top 10 list come this December. Wink, wink, hint, hint. But thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to join me through the warp pipe by joining me at Twitter with the link in the description down below. And also, if you want to, you can jump up and hit that subscribe button and also that like button. It tells me what you guys really like to see me more talk about. I know I've been doing a lot of movie reviews and stuff, but this is my channel, and if you guys don't like it, there's always the unsubscribing option. Don't do that. I love you. Don't do it. I've worked so hard. But in all seriousness, I'm sorry if this is something that you guys don't like, and I'm hoping that you stick with me anyway. So, thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, support the new Super Mario Brothers movie. If you haven't seen it yet, pick it up. It's definitely worth watching. It is just a damn good, really impressive movie with a bunch of Easter eggs and references, and also Charles Martinet is in the film. You just have to keep your ear open for who he voices. It's a pretty cool character. But until next time, I've been losing your voice. I've been waiting nerdy. Keep eking on, and until next time, keep it going for the Mario Brothers. Yahoo! And until next time.